Hello, this is Marcelle Walker with myphotographica.com, and I am here today just to do a sweet, simple edit for you. We're talking an edit in 7 simple steps. I know I've heard from a lot of people that using Photoshop is scary and they're not quite sure what to do. So I'm just going to show you how you start to finish on how you want to treat your image. So we're starting with a really lovely picture today from Vanessa Brown, who writes a fabulous blog entitled INeverGrewUp.net. And it's a blog about being a mom and has great activities for children and lots of great insights and product reviews. So if you're looking for a great resource as a mom, I would definitely recommend it. So this is her daughter here, who just looks beautiful. And right off the bat, there's a couple things that I'm gonna look at. And the first thing I'm gonna look at is the composition. The composition looks great. I'm going to look at her expression. Is the photo interesting? Yes, she has this beautiful, sweet expression that just really draws you in. She has these eyes that just make me want to cry. These beautiful puppy dog eyes, just beautiful, and her sweet little freckles. So we want to do one of the first things that we want to do. Is we want to ask ourselves when we look at a pictures, we want to ask ourselves, does this picture draw me in? And it does. One of the things that I notice right off the bat is right here, if I take my eyedropper, right here on my background layer, I can see that our eye automatically goes to the area where there's the greatest amount of contrast. So right here, my eye is coming in here. And you know what? I don't want my eye to come in here. I want it to come in here. I want it to focus in on her face. So we're just going to do 7 simple steps to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Layer. I'm going to go to a new adjustment layer. I'm going to go to Layer, Duplicate Layer, and I'm just going to have my own little background copy. Okay? And I want to be doing it on layers rather than image. If I do my adjustments on the image, then I can't go back and make changes. So if I don't like how bright it is, or if I don't like the hue or saturation, the only way I can go back is if I go through my history. So this way I can save it this way. Okay, so my background layer. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to brighten it up. Okay, so I'm going to come to my levels here, right here. And here we see down here is our histogram, and it's looking pretty darn good. But I want to brighten up the midtones just a little bit. So I'm going to take those to about 118, and I'm going to bring down the darks just so I have a little bit of contrast. So that's what it looks like. I've got it we're just going to work small and subtly to start off with. Usually I do global adjustments first, but this one I want to start here with the face. And I'm going to do my feather at about 25 pixels. What should your feather be? Depends on the size of your image. This is actually kind of a smaller image. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to scoop her face up nice and round, right about there. And I'm going to go ahead, and this time I want to show you what curves can do, because curves offers you just more control than it does in layers. It is not available in elements. But I'm just going to come up here, and I'm just going to take her face up to right about 147. Okay, on my output. There we go. So now my eye comes in even more to her beautiful, sweet little face. Okay, next I'm going to go up and I want to adjust the color because this is the kitchen. It's afternoon, it looks like, and I just want to warm it up. Your cameras don't know what your colors are unless you set the white balance. They don't know. They're just guessing. And so sometimes they get it right and a lot of times they don't. I'm going to kind of go over here to Filter, New Adjustment Layer, Photo Filter, and I'm just going to click OK. And I've got right here a warming filter, and I might just bring it up probably to about right there, to 36. And now I've got a nice warm feeling there. Okay, my next step is I just want to work with the hue and saturation just a tiny bit. And again, I want to bring it up. We've got a lot of kind of blues over here in this original one, and it feels kind of gray. So I'm just going to change my hue. And my hue, see, this is how, if I kind of make it look green, if you kind of have a green cast, right here I just kind of want to warm it up a little bit. So I'm going to take mine and I'm going to do right here, to about 7, -7, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of saturation to about 8. So there we go. Now we've got a nice warm feeling. Okay, and just to finish it up, I'm going to do on my background copy, I'm going to change the name and I'm going to add a vignette. There are a number of different ways that you can add a vignette. This is probably one of my favorite, and it's the easiest. I just go to Filter, Distort. You have to make sure you're on a background layer or you're on a copy of the background layer. Lens Correction. I'm going to come down here and it just adds a darkening right around the picture and just brings the eye in. There we go. And then the very last step I'm going to do is I'm going to do another layer, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just do this in my sharpening. You want to make sure and do your sharpening at the very end. And you want to make sure and do it on a layer, because depending on the size of your picture and how big it is how much you're going to want to sharpen it. And I can talk about that more on a different time. I'm just going to come in here. I'm just going to do a little bit of a sharpen. Bring it up just a little bit. I can take a look and see, okay, oh, look. So this is what it looks like before, and this is what it looks like now. Just bring it in to about 55%, just 1 pixel. I'm not going to work with the threshold because it's a pretty small little image. There we go. And now I'm done. And so I have my picture when I started, and I have my picture when I finished. It's 7 simple steps. We didn't have anybody growl, we didn't have anybody bark, we didn't have anybody bite. Simple and easy. So I wish you good luck with your pictures, especially hopefully with Christmas season coming around. You're taking lots and lots of pictures, and good luck.